So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field? Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd is an all-time classic song, and it moves people to this day because it really captures these emotions about loss, grief, missing someone, and it's such a beautiful song musically and lyrically that I wanted to talk about it today. How you can play, first of all, the chords to sing along, but then also how to play the melody to create a piano arrangement yourself. And as always, there's a free PDF to accompany this lesson. I won't be showing it throughout the video so you can focus on the keys, because I still prefer learning directly from the keys instead of sheet music. But I know there's a lot of people out there who love sheet music and who really want to use it as a visual aid to help them learn. So if you want, click the link below, join Better Chords Academy completely for free. There I uploaded the PDF for everyone, so you can open it right now and have it alongside the video so you can have them both and learn the song. So first, a quick fact rundown about the song. It's in key of G major. The tempo is a slow ballad feel, and it's a 4/4 time, and of course it's like a rock ballad, so powerful but still slow and emotional and introspective. And what's special about this song is that it does have a simple structure, but this really helps to underline the importance of the lyrics and allows those to shine through even better. So in the key of G major, we do have all white keys except for the F sharp. So our chords that we could come across would be G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F diminished, and of course G major again. And this is called the chord mastery exercise, which I always teach. I think this is the best way to learn chords in any circumstance. So do this exercise, learn the chords of G major. And there's also one special chord we have, which is A major. So usually there's G major, A minor, but in this case we also have A major. So in some cases we have the C sharp here, in others we don't. For example, in C major, which also appears in the song, we have the C natural here. But if we're playing this A major, then it's a C sharp. The structure of Wish You Were Here, as I said, is quite simple. We have an instrumental block, which is the intro, then it appears as a guitar solo, and then again as the outro at the end of the song. And then there's a verse section in between. In the beginning, we first have 2 verses, and then after the solo, there is a 3rd verse. So let's start right away by learning the chords of the intro or instrumental solo part. So we start on E minor, then we go to G major. We repeat this, E minor, and back to G major. Now we use the same structure of 2 chords alternating, and again we start on E minor, but now we go to A major. Back again, E minor and A major. And then in the end, we land on a G chord, which comes twice, but then actually when we go into the verse, it only appears once, but don't worry about this for now. Just know that we land on this G major chord, which is of course our tonic in the key of G. So these chords you could, for example, play in E major in first inversion, and then go to G in root position. E minor in first, G in root, and then again E minor in first and A in root. And go back and forth, and then like this. So for our pattern throughout the entire song, we can use a simple like rock ballad type pattern, which puts the emphasis on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have the heavy quarter notes, but then also some 16th notes in between to give it a rhythmic like sort of level. So for example, this left hand combines both ideas. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, the heavy beats with the octaves, and a 16th note in between. So you can count 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. And going down from 4, we don't do this to create some more time to jump to the next chord. And then you can do this throughout the entire progression of the intro. And of course, if we add in the right hand, for example, you can start just playing on the 1. Like so. And of course, you've probably heard the original. It's this guitar solo, so we can emulate the strumming to get really close to the way the original sounds. For example, over the E minor, it could sound like this. So left hand does the same thing that I just explained with the 16th notes, and the right hand goes 1, 2, and a 3 E and a 4. So quarter note, then 8th note, and then we divide into bottom, top 2, bottom, and top 2. And so this last part again. So bottom, top 2, bottom, top 2. So if you put it together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So very slowly, if you count the 16th notes, then it will be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And then you can add the left hand pattern, and then it really starts coming together as this rhythmic sort of strumming pattern. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And now you can play this over the entire intro. To A major, back to E minor, and we land on G. Now, of course, this intro wouldn't sound the same without the melody, so let's include it here, and that's this little guitar melody. And for example, we're on this start on the E minor, and we can add this little part before that goes. So we have A, B, D, and then we land here. And then we go down, E, D, B, and then land on G. Again, same way going up to E minor. Thing. Now we go to A major, but we go down the same way first, E, D, B, and then A major. Go to the verse. And again, a quick reminder, if you want to, for example, learn this melody for the intro with some sheet music as a guidance, then click the link below, join Better Chords Academy completely for free, and get the PDF for this lesson and all my other lessons there, along with, some free courses there. There's the 5-day foundation course, which is really great to learn the basics of chord playing, and lots of other bonus lessons and materials from me. So definitely go check that out. And let's continue now with the verse. So the verse, again, we already took a look at the chords. We start here with C major, which is now a new chord. And then we go to D major. Then to A minor, we already know this one. And down to G major. Second part of the verse switches around the first two chords. So we had C, D, A minor, and G. So now we start on D, C, and again A minor and G. So it's quite simple. You can use some basic inversions there. For example, second inversion D, second inversion C, root position A minor, and root position G. And yeah, inversions, I mean, if you want to learn more about this and I'm going too fast for you right now, then don't worry, check out the free 5-day foundation course, for example. That's great for learning everything about inversions and also your first patterns on piano. Okay, so we have the chords in the right hand, and the left hand exactly is playing the same pattern as before in the instrumental part. So we can do the same thing starting from C, go to D, and then to A and G. And of course, what I'm doing here, I don't think I mentioned this so far, is that of course in the middle we have the fifth. So as always with a lot of left hand patterns, we have an octave and the fifth in between. That's if you just count them 5 from the lowest note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we have now this pattern with the chords for the verse, then now we can play this and, for example, already sing along, which would sound like this. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Okay, of course, let's now also take a look at the melody in the right hand if you want to play this as a piano arrangement. And here we can start with a first inversion chord. And the idea here is to always put the melody at the top of the inversion we're currently playing. So we can play a root position C major chord, which would mean we have the G as a top note. So you think you can tell. Of course, that's not the correct melody. So what we need is, we need this up here, the C. So that's first inversion C major. So you think you can tell. And we land in root position D major. Then we go heaven from hell. And we have this E up here, which is root position A minor. And then we go down to sort of like an add 4. And then blue skies from pain. So this is a second inversion G major shape. And we start from 1 above. So it's like a sus4. And then we go down and land on the G. So that's pain. And then it pretty much repeats. So we're on this G. We again go to this note above. Can you tell a green field? And again we land on root position D major. Then we go to the D up here. So from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil. So we were in first inversion C major again, second inversion A minor, veil, and then again going down. Do you think you can tell? And here we, for example, land in first inversion G major because we end up with the melody note on the G. Tell. and then we fit in the rest of the chord below. So we have the octave in the melody up here, the bass down here, and then of course we need the third and the fifth. Da. And then for the verse 2, verse 3, pretty much the melody is very similar. There are some small changes, of course, some different lyrics that allow you to change the melody a bit again. The inversions sort of stay the same, but I encourage you to learn the melody yourself. Also, the PDF sheet is great to learn sort of the outline, how this playing with the melody and the chord together works. But then to go beyond that, be sure to listen to the song. And of course, I always tell my students with every song you learn, you have to listen to it a lot first, because you don't want to learn from sheet music. After all, that's all we're doing here. We're not trying to learn like, you know, a classical Mozart piece from sheet music and then play the notes, but we want to play the song. And if we want to play the song, we have to feel the song. Like, we have to understand the essence of the contents of the lyrics, but also of the pattern, of the groove, of the feel. And that's all a combination of learning the chords, learning the rhythm, left, right hand coordination, and then including the melody. And to make the song your own, to play it and learn it and really never forget it. And that's the beauty of this method, that, you know, compared to sheet music where we learn a piece and we don't touch it for 2-3 months, we've completely forgotten everything. And I know this because it happened to me so many times from learning, you know, classical pieces for conservatory. But when I learn a song like this, I can play it in half a year, or someone can ask me like, hey, do you know like Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. It's like G major, starts down here, and then goes like, and you know, then you can play the song. And so that's what I really want for you, because this is that beautiful moment where you have the freedom on piano to just pull these songs from your repertoire, from your knowledge, and be able to play them. And by learning this song, like, you're learning so much also for other songs. So do me a favor and listen to it, learn the melody, try to sing it along, and then try to find the melody for the other choruses, or rather the verses yourself, and then play those and try to incorporate them with the melody. So for the end, here's a little final rundown of what an arrangement with the melody in the beginning and in the verse, all on the piano, so no singing, full piano arrangement, could look like. So have fun with this, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I really appreciate your support, and if you want to, then while you're watching this video just right now, go down, give this video a like. This really helps boost my channel in the algorithm, so I can make more lessons for you like this in the future. And also join Better Chords Academy, get the free PDF, check out all the free courses I have in there. And of course, you know, talk to me, ask me some questions, and let's share, you know, our joy of learning the piano together. So here's Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd as a piano arrangement.